Okay, so we're reading this Newsella article. It says 19-year-old wants city council seat, but competition says she's too young. Hmm. Okay. By the Washington Post. Okay. So, okay, these ladies. Okay. Mary Pat Hector, the center. Okay, so this is her. Campaigns with her friends in her race for a seat on the city council of Stonecrest, Georgia. Okay. So she's trying to run for city council. Okay? Mary Pat Hector is 19 years old, just past the age when you can vote. This March, she will be able to vote for herself on a ballot. Hector is running for city council in the town of Stonecrest, Georgia. If she wins, she will be making big decisions about how Stonecrest is governed. By the time Hector was in high school, she was already heavily involved in her community. Community organizer during middle school. At 11 years old, she noticed crime among young people was increasing in her neighborhood. She arranged a protest of 50 students. She wanted to build a new community center. Local newspapers and community leaders ignored her, so she called in to the national radio show of Reverend Al Sharpton. He is a famous civil rights leader who has fought for fair treatment of African Americans. He came down to Georgia to meet her. The two connected, and Sharpton made her, at age 14, a young leader of his organization, National Action Network. Their friendship brought her face to face with President Barack Obama last summer at the White House. She joined a discussion on civil rights issues with people of all ages. November election influenced her decision to run for office. Soon after, on election night, Hector and her peers made a promise to run for public office at the first chance. Now, now a 19-year-old college student, Hector is running for a city council seat in Stonecrest. Just last year, voters elected to make Stonecrest its own city. This would put Hector against the other candidates in her district. Each is hoping for one of the 5 council seats. She was told to wait her turn. But before Hector could even begin campaigning, she faced a challenge from one of the other candidates. The candidate said Hector's young age should make her unable to run for office. They wanted her to wait her turn, she said. To Hector, it made no sense. She was 18, old enough to vote in the upcoming election, so why couldn't she run for office? As someone who had devoted her young life to the service of others, what message would this send other young people interested in government? And so she did the only thing she knew. She fought for what she believed was right. Marvin Arrington Jr., a local lawyer, helped Hector prove to the city government that she should be able to run. The board voted that she would remain on the ballot. Arrington said that he had followed Hector's growing career from afar and wanted to support her. Diversity includes different ages as well. I think we have to look to influence the younger generation. We always talk about diversity, but we need age diversity too. Having the voice of a younger person is important, he said. She is a breath of fresh air. Hector's story received a lot of attention from TV and newspapers. She said it's up to her now to meet with people in her district and prove that a 19-year-old woman can do the job. Hector and her election team, made up mostly of college students, hopes to knock on all of the 10,000 doors in her district. She is telling voters that she hopes to create job opportunities to keep young people in the community. The local election takes place March 21st. Hector said that the response has been very positive, but some voters still think she's too young to run and tell her so. One man called her election hopes cute. She said. Another questioned her ability to balance a government job and her schoolwork. For Hector, her campaign is about showing young people that they can have a real voice in the government. Hector says that the best way to see change happen is to create it yourself. You have to be a part of the school board, the city council. You have to take your activism to another level and be engaged all the way through.